Airports are supposed to be gateways to adventure, but for a lot of travelers, they end up becoming a maze of unexpected fees, stressful delays, and little traps that can ruin a trip before it even begins. Most people have no idea how many mistakes they're making the moment they step into the terminal. Today, you're about to learn the smartest ways to stay safe, avoid getting scammed, and move effectively through the airport like a seasoned, savvy traveler without wasting money, time, or your peace of mind. And be sure to stick around, because later in this video, I'm sharing the insider tips every traveler needs to stay safe and avoid getting scammed or robbed at the airport. Missing these could cost you time, money, or worse. A big mistake many travelers make is showing up without any sense of the airport layout. Modern airports can be massive, confusing, and designed in ways that slow down anyone who isn't familiar with the flow. Before you even leave home, download the airport map. Know where your departure terminal is, where the security checkpoints are, and which direction your gate is located. A few minutes of planning can prevent a lot of unnecessary rushing and the stress that comes with navigating unfamiliar terminals. Another issue is packing without intention. Overstuffing a suitcase not only makes you move slower, it can cost you overweight baggage fees at check-in. Smart travelers stick to the essentials, pack outfits based on the weather and itinerary, and keep their most important items accessible in their carry-on. Efficient packing isn't about having more. It's about bringing what actually supports a smooth travel experience. One of the most overlooked travel mistakes happens long before you even reach the airport: ignoring entry requirements. Many destinations require visas, digital declarations, vaccination records, or specific passport validity lengths. If you show up unprepared, you risk being denied boarding or delayed for hours. Double-check requirements for every international trip, even if you've been to that country before. Rules change constantly. Going through security is another area where travelers unintentionally slow themselves down. You don't want to be the person digging for liquids, emptying pockets, or wrestling with shoes in the middle of the line. Keep your electronics and liquids somewhere easy to reach. Wear comfortable clothing and slip-off shoes. You'll glide through TSA while others are still emptying their backpacks. Airport Wi-Fi is something people constantly rely on until it lets them down. Between weak connections, overloaded networks, and sketchy cybersecurity risks, it's not something you want to depend on. Download boarding passes, hotel confirmations, maps, and entertainment before you arrive. Offline is the secret weapon of the experienced traveler. Connecting flights can be another hidden trap. Many travelers underestimate the time needed between flights, especially when changing terminals or going through passport control. Never trust the bare minimum connection time the airline suggests. Build in a buffer. A little extra time is far better than sprinting through terminals and hoping the gate stays open. Quick reminder, if you like leveling up your travel game, go ahead and subscribe so you don't miss the next tip. And now, as promised, ways to keep yourself protected from theft and scams while traveling. Securing your valuables is a non-negotiable travel skill. Airports are crowded, chaotic, and full of distractions. Exactly the kind of environment where pickpockets thrive. Keep your passport, cards, and phone in front-facing pockets or anti-theft bags with locking zippers. Avoid leaving anything important in easily accessible compartments on your backpack. A little awareness goes a long way. But even with your valuables protected, there's another layer of safety most travelers don't think about: airport scams. These happen in almost every major airport, and even smart travelers fall for them because they're subtle, fast, and perfectly targeted. One of the most common scams involves helpful strangers who approach you the moment you look confused. They might offer to guide you, carry your luggage, or show you where to go. But their goal is often to distract you long enough for an accomplice to grab something from your bag, or they'll demand a tip once they've helped. If you didn't request assistance, politely decline and keep moving. Another scam shows up right outside the airport doors: fake taxi drivers. They stand near arrivals, approach travelers directly, and insist the taxi line is closed or that their service is faster. The problem? These rides are unmetered, unsafe, and drastically overpriced. Always use the official taxi stand or rideshare pickup zone. If someone walks up to you offering a ride, it's a red flag. You also have to watch out for ATM skimming. Believe it or not, scammers sometimes place fake card readers on airport ATMs, especially in quieter corners of the terminal. If you need cash, choose an ATM located inside a bank-branded kiosk or a high-traffic area. If the card slot looks loose, sticky, or unusually thick, don't use it. And then there's the classic currency exchange trap. Airport counters often advertise no fees, but hide terrible exchange rates that cost you far more. If you must exchange money, do a small amount, just enough to get out of the airport, and use a better exchange option in the city. These aren't things most travelers think about, but being aware of them keeps you safe, saves you money, and protects your trip from turning into a headache before it even starts. Transportation at your destination is another point travelers underestimate. Not every airport has a convenient train or shuttle. Research whether ride shares are allowed, if taxis require set pricing, or if public transportation is the better option. Knowing your plan ahead of time saves money and prevents that confused moment at the curb when you're approached by unofficial drivers. A surprising number of travelers skip travel insurance, but lost baggage, delayed flights, and sudden emergencies happen more often than you think. Insurance isn't fear, it's protection. Even a basic plan can save you hundreds or thousands of dollars if something goes wrong during your trip. And finally, don't neglect your own comfort. Long lines, crowded gates, and dry cabin air can drain you quickly. Stay hydrated, stretch your legs, and wear layers you can adjust as temperatures change. Comfortable travelers make better decisions and enjoy their trips far more. Remember, travel doesn't have to be stressful. With the right knowledge, you can move through any airport with confidence, save money, and protect yourself from the headaches most travelers never see coming. If today's tips helped you out, hit the like button. It really does make a difference. And if you want more smart travel strategies, insider hacks, and up-to-date airport tips, make sure to subscribe before you head out. Drop your best travel advice in the comments too. Your experience might be the thing that saves someone else's trip. Thanks for watching, stay savvy, safe travels, and I'll see you in the next video.